walked past the post office, and I'd never seen a post office in my life so big and beautiful. So I said, let me film in the post office. So I'm filming in the post office, getting all the architecture there, and the postal employees are very rude, and they told me that I need to leave, that I'm not allowed to film. But what I really have a problem with is that he took my GoPro and my personal cell phone as evidence in a trespass. So, you know, that seems to me like you guys don't want me to have the footage. You know, that's what it bears to me, because I have never heard of somebody getting their phone confiscated from them.
Ever felt the chilling weight of a badge overstepping its bounds? On a quiet day in Connecticut, a simple act of filming architecture turned into a legal battleground. These officers went way too far when they seized personal property without a valid cause. This incredible footage comes from Connecticut Constitutional Television, a channel dedicated to shining a light on our constitutional protections. The tension is palpable. Will he get his livelihood back, or will the system shut him down? Make sure to subscribe to the original channel, link in the description. Follow them and let them know Beverly sent you. You are definitely going to have an opinion on this video.
I'm sorry?
Mac? What happened?
Mac, you've been totally professional and how you call it, hospitable. And the tour, you know, and the information's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Really appreciate it.
This is where the court will allow us to photograph and return it, but it's still up to the court.
No, I understand.
You know?
But what I'm saying is that it just seems like very unusual circumstances to where, you know, you want to take the GoPro? Okay, I can understand that. But you took my livelihood. So not only do I feel that I know I was unlawfully arrested, I was now unlawfully seized my property.
But how about this?
So who do you go to?
So I'm not here to get your information. I'll give you the information to the captain that's in charge of property and evidence. You can call
no,
that.
I tried to call. I went to, first, before I came here, I went to the police station. I said, sir, I was unlawfully arrested. I would just like my phone back. I need my phone back. I know you have discretion to give me back my phone before a court order. I've spoken to my attorney, so I'm here to ask for my phone back. There is no reason that for a simple trespass that's not even valid a charge to begin with, that you should be taking people's phones. This is an illegal seizure by your police department. So I'm trying to.
And it could be, and like I said, I don't know.
I know.
I'd have to go read.
I guarantee you'll find out what it is. And then what I'm saying is, I'm trying to give you guys aren't taking me seriously, but I'm trying to give you guys an opportunity to right the wrong. You guys did a wrong. I'm giving you an opportunity to right that wrong. Give back the phone.
Is your phone number on the incident report from yesterday?
And also one yesterday.
Yeah, okay. So I don't need to.
When I was released,
I don't want you to think I'm interrogating you, getting your info.
No,
you already have it on this thread.
You got my fingerprints, everything.
Yeah.
But when I was released, they told me my court date was June 16th. I didn't receive any paperwork to that effect. I didn't receive an arrest. I didn't receive any paperwork.
Usually you sign yourself out and you get
Yeah,
you didn't have a bond, right? You usually got a promise to appear.
Yeah, they didn't give me that.
Did you have a property bag?
Yes, they gave me
Was
that.
it in the bag?
No, they gave me a property receipt for the stuff, for my hat, my t-shirt, stuff that they had, my shoelaces.
So I can get you that copy of the promise to appear. I can do it. You should have been furnished it yesterday. I can get you a copy of that.
I would like that because my lawyer's asking me.
Under the Fourth Amendment, police must have a warrant or a specific exception to seize personal property as evidence. Taking a cell phone for a simple trespass charge often fails the nexus test, as the device may contain no relevant evidence of the alleged crime. This action borders on an unreasonable seizure, potentially violating established constitutional protections.
You give me an email address, and I can get that and scan it to you. I mean, if you don't know hanging fruit, I can take care of it right now. It's this stuff with the evidence and everything, I gotta go through the proper channels for that.
No, but I'm just saying that I think that I went to talk to Sergeant, and I think that maybe, you know, you seem like a very sensible man, so I'm thinking that maybe you can talk to the chief and explain it to him, and so that way he could, what I'm telling you is exactly what happened, and it's gonna be proven by my video. So there is nothing I'm lying to you about. This is exactly what happened.
No, and I'm not saying you're lying.
No, I know, but I know that you only one side of the story. I get that. But I'm just letting you know an injustice occurred, and I would like the police department to own up to their injustice and just give me back my phone.
Well, what I can promise you right now is I can get you the copy of the promise to appear.
Okay.
I can promise you that. As far as everything else, I'd have to look into it.
Okay.
I have to go through different
I'm sure
channels.
once the chief
That's
knows-
not under my purview, the property and evidence division.
Yeah.
You know, but if you want to give me something, I can scan it to you or mail it to you. How would you? How
Yeah,
would
you can email it to me.
All right, so you want to give me an email address?
Sure, Sean Paul Reyes.
SHAWN?
Yeah. SEANPAUL
Well,
Reyes 91 at gmail.com.
alright. Like I said, things that I can rectify right now, I'll rectify.
Okay.
You
I
know.
really
But
appreciate it.
the other stuff, I'll look into it. I can't make any promises because, like I said, it's not under my
I'm
purview.
just trying to get back, I'm trying to get back to my home state. I don't want to have to, just so, I'm sure you know this, Captain, but when you violate somebody's civil rights, which is what basically happened yesterday, according to me, I know you don't know the whole story,
Okay.
but when you do that, that officer, and I tried to explain to him yesterday, I'm not trying to be evil, but he loses his immunity at that point. So all I'm asking is, on top of insult to injury, I was illegally arrested, and then you take my phone.
Procedural due process requires law enforcement to provide formal documentation, such as a promise to appear or a citation upon release from custody. Releasing a citizen without paperwork creates a legal vacuum, leaving the individual without proof of the charges or their next court date. This lack of transparency undermines the integrity of the arrest process and the Sixth Amendment right to be informed of
I
accusations.
don't know where I'm going. It's humiliating.
No, I understand where you're coming from completely. Like, so I can't discuss if it's legal or not because I don't know anything about it.
No, of course.
I know I said that a bunch of times, but it's not an excuse. It's the truth.
No. And I hope when you look into it, you give me, you have my number on there, probably, so.
If it's on the report,
Yes.
I'll have it.
Yeah, so I hope as soon as you look into it and the facts that I'm giving you are confirmed, I hope that you do the right thing and you release my phone to me.
Well, like I said, I'll look into it.
Because-
I'm not the final authority, but I certainly will look
Who
into
would
it.
have the final authority on releasing my phone to me?
So the final authority would be the chief of police, obviously.
Okay.
But there's still another captain who runs the property and division. It's not my division. I have to go speak to him.
Okay.
So I gotta look into everything. I
Thank
can't give you an answer now, other than I'll look into it.
Okay, you have my information.
I'm not blowing you off. I just
No,
can't make a
I'm
determination
not
based
saying
on
that.
what we're talking about in the basement here.
No.
On a case that I know nothing about.
No, and like I said, I completely understand, you're being very cordial with me, and
No, you guys are cool.
I have, and I try to be. You'll see the video eventually, once I get my phone, I get it back eventually, right?
Yeah.
So, once I get it back, you'll see the video, hopefully, and you can use this as, an education tool to.
So what you're looking for specifically is get the phone back. I mean, you want both property back.
I think to me, they were both illegally confiscated, to me, right? But at this point, if you want to keep the GoPro till the court date and give me my phone back, I think that's reasonable. You understand?
Yeah.
Even I would like them both back, honestly,
Yeah.
but I think it's a reasonable request to say, hey, can I have my personal phone where I run my business on back so I can continue to run my business? And you keep the GoPro, it has the same footage on it. So, the GoPro it's a body.
All right, no, that's understandable. I'm just trying to see
No,
where
yeah.
we could come to some kind
Yeah.
of problem, what you're expecting from me.
No, and I appreciate it, like I said, I hope everybody I come in contact with is accountable for what they tell me. You haven't made any promises, other than you're gonna send me that,
Yeah, that's my promise, and I'll
Thank
promise you that I'll get to the right people and look into the case.
And I appreciate, that's all I can ask for.
If I had all the documents right here, you could hold me to an informed opinion, but I can't make an
No,
informed opinion.
Go, please, I would appreciate you, go get those documents, go figure out everything, because I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. And it shouldn't have been done, and, it's actually very sad, I'm in a city I don't know, and without a phone, I had to go buy one, so it's just, I'm trying to get home, I wanna go home, I'll be back here obviously on June 16th, but I can't wait that long without my phone. You could see, it's reasonable, you could see why somebody.
Listen, I can't go anywhere without my phone.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're all the same way.
Imagine being in a city you don't know what that is.
So Captain, in order to get a copy of that form, would that be at the police station? that you
Yeah,
guys
they would retain a copy there, and a copy would go to court.
Okay.
So they should have a copy
Okay,
over there now.
great.
I'm sure the charges will be dropped very soon. I'm sure of it, especially, once it comes to like what happened here, what happened yesterday.
Mhm.
I'm sure of that, but, I don't want to have to wait till the 16th. So if you guys could just do me one solid favor,
Like I
just
said,
try.
I'll make a
Try.
promise that I'll look into it and see what I can do.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it,
Yeah.
Captain.
No, I appreciate your
Yeah.
being very super cordial.
No, thank you. No, that's how I.
Good,
That's
you
how
guys
I-
gentlemen, yeah, so-
Thank you. I appreciate
No,
that.
I hope you feel like you've been greeted in the same
No,
fashion.
no,
yeah.
No, you guys been awesome. Can I real quick get the name and badge?
Gilmore, 537.
You've been awesome.
No, you guys are
I
great.
love highlighting cops like you, police officers like
I'm here to
you.
enforce the Constitution.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You see, this is what I'm talking
You were
about.
in here banging on the glass and yelling and screaming. It's a different story.
Hey, give me my phone back. The reason why I don't, because sometimes there's police officers that as you know, they're just people. So there's bad police officers just like there's bad people. So, you know, the reason why, even if they're treating me bad or arresting me, I'm still cordial and still nice, is because I want people like the mayor upstairs to take me seriously. I talk to mayors in my hometown. I talk to mayors in the city. You know, I have conversations with them on camera, on YouTube. But, you know, I want to be taken seriously about what I do. I don't want to, you know, I'm not trying to get on your face and say, I call you a pig, because I could, right? Because the First Amendment says I could. But there comes a line between the First Amendment allowing you to call somebody names, and then there's common decency. It's common decency, you know?
And that which is productive, right?
While the First Amendment broadly protects the right to use harsh language against public officials, the choice to remain professional serves a strategic legal purpose. Courts and juries often favor reasonable plaintiffs who exhibit common decency despite being subjected to unlawful state action. Maintaining composure preserves the moral high ground while the legal facts speak for themselves.
Yeah, because now it's like, oh, this guy's coming here calling everybody a pig. Where's my effing phone?
I think you lose some standing when you start denigrating people and things like that.
Take care.
Have a wonderful evening.
For the First Amendment, but then on the other hand, you're yelling and screaming and people think you're being unreasonable. I don't think you're gaining any
No,
ground.
it wouldn't. And that's why, you know, that's why I feel that my channel has grown, my YouTube channel, it has grown from, I started this March 1st, and it's grown to 20,000 subscribers in the last 2 months. And over, you know, all my social media have like 12 million views. And every time I go through, this time is the first time somebody's actually taken my phone from me. But, you know, I upload the video, I put all the contact information, and as the people hold you guys accountable, you're getting phones. I talked to the mayor of Freeport. Are you familiar with Freeport? Long Island? Freeport?
Long Island.
Freeport, Long Island. I was speaking to him on camera like last week. He said, dude, can you please stop the emails? He's like, I just tell everybody stop emailing me, because when an injustice happens, you know, people get upset about that. And especially when it happens to somebody that, you know, I have no ill intent. So it's kind of like, why are you doing this? Why wouldn't you be reasonable? Why wouldn't your officer say, you know what, let's wait for the supervisor to get here before I arrest him. Let me talk to the postmaster. You know, these are the form of thinking that I'm trying to get law enforcement to, hey, I don't really know, but, you know, people's pride sometimes gets in the way of them doing their job, because they're like, wait a minute, I know I can trespass them from here. I know I can, I'm a law officer. But talk to the postmaster, because I'm sure if you talk to the postmaster, I'm talking to the postal inspectors, the postal police, I'm sure he would talk to the postmaster, yes, he's completely allowed to be here, no problem.
No, I mean,
You know what I mean? So it's kind of
you know,
like,
and
you guys
not
always
that
said,
sometimes
there's
it's a bad police officer, sometimes, and like I said, I'm not speaking about your incident.
No, he was very
You're
nice.
based on, you're taking the information that you're getting from the building, whoever has control of the domain of the building. Like
Mhm.
there would, you know, it'd be Mr. Demac here.
Mhm.
You know, he's got control over the building. He says, hey, X, Y, and Z can't be here for these reasons.
Mhm.
The officer says, okay, he has control of the building, I have to get on with it.
No, exactly.
So sometimes that's the decisions that are made. And I was speaking yesterday. Like,
No, but if a clerk, reasonably speaking, if a clerk says to you, hey, he can't be here, I want him trespassed, you're gonna go talk to.
well, you're gonna look into it and see
Talk
who
to
has,
this
who
gentleman.
has the authority over this whole building.
Yeah, and that would be the postmaster, which he didn't even speak.
So over there would be the postmaster, here would be the mayor's office.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
you've engaged with, Mr. Demac and,
No,
Tia.
of course.
The,
He was very nice, very nice.
the one thing I was gonna ask is just in terms of our contact tracing and the existing protocol that we have for municipal
Uh-huh.
buildings, you know, due to the public health emergency and the civil preparedness emergency at the state level.
Mhm.
It'd be great if we could just, you know, have you sign in and if we were able to scan
I mean,
the
you could,
temperature.
no, I offered to have, I don't really want, you can put my name down, you have my name. So you can put my name down and you can take my temperature, that's completely reasonable.
That's great.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, do you mind if we do that?
Yeah, go ahead, let's
Awesome,
go,
yeah.
let's go.
Perfect.
What we witnessed today wasn't just a disagreement over a camera. It was a fundamental test of whether our constitutional boundaries still hold firm when the lights start flashing. Remember this, in this country, freedom isn't a privilege you request, it is a right you exercise. You don't need permission to be a citizen. If you have ever felt the pressure of an unlawful ID demand, your story belongs in the comments below. Your experience is someone else's education. Subscribe to ID Refusal Rights now to ensure you are never caught off guard by a badge again. This is ID Refusal Rights, where your knowledge of the law is your most powerful weapon. Stand tall, stay peaceful, and know your rights.